Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and this is a new edition of Wasteland Talks, and a special one at that, because this is Ask Your Wasteland Reviewer, as I celebrate my 900th subscriber. We're so close, we're almost at 1,000. Making progress, and after 6 years, I just want to say thank you all so much for continuing to support this little venture of mine. And there's definitely times along the way where I thought, you know what, I'm done. This isn't worth it. But being able to talk about movies and, gaining some awesome connections with people along the way has been so exciting for me. This is just brings me joy, and I enjoy it, and I keep doing it. So keep it going, and here's another round of Ask Your Wasteland Reviewer. So I have some questions if you want to get in on the next one, which will be a big one, the big 1,000 subscribers. Please feel free to comment questions down below on this video, or send me a message on Instagram, the Wasteland Reviewer, whichever works. But let's get started. How did I get so handsome? Thanks, Jess, my wife, for throwing that one in there. I will not answer that, but I just wanted to say it out loud because my wife gave it to me. Now, what genre would be your life? My life would be a dark comedy, because I feel like so many crazy things happen in life, and you just gotta laugh at it sometimes. And I imagine it being a quirky, weird adventure from the Coen brothers, all the weird side characters that they have. And, I just feel like that kind of film captures the craziness of the world we live in, and I think it would be a lot of fun. I'd watch it. Now, an American adaptation of a foreign film to win Best Picture next, the film, was it Living, which is an adaptation of Ikaru. Hey, you know what, Bill Nighy, he might at least win Best Actor, but I feel like that has the best shot of all the ones that I could think of as of right now. But we'll have to see how that goes. What film took too long to appreciate? And I feel like there's a couple of them that have really marinated in my head over the years that really have slowly become some of my favorite films after a first watch that didn't really produce that big of a reaction. Case in point, The Hustler. This is a film that I absolutely adore and absolutely love now, but it took a long time for me to really appreciate it. And Paul Newman, Jackie Gleason, George C. Scott, this is an impeccable drama filled with tense pool shooting sequences and some tragedy along the way. Such a great film, but it definitely took me a while to really appreciate it. Getting the band back together movies. 100% the Blues Brothers. Elwood shows up to Joliet prison to get Joliet Jake, get them out of there. Then need to put the band back together. You find Aretha Franklin with Magatar Murphy. You better think what you're trying to do to me. And you have all these wonderful sequences. They go to the airport lounge and find half their band there, and all of this movie is such a wonderful collection of just going to the next place, having a ball, and moving on with things. And I love the Blues Brothers to pieces. It's such a fun film, and definitely watching them get all of their band members back together so they can finally go play songs like Rawhide at a country bunker. Because, it's where the Blues Brothers play. Now, a movie with a different impression of before I saw it, and that is the Lego Movie. I thought this was dumb, stupid, kind of self-promotional movie that was just going to try to sell Legos, and that was it. Oh, Lord and Miller proved me wrong, because this is one of the funniest, entertaining, and unexpected films I've seen in a past decade. Wow, this movie made me laugh so hard in a theater, and I loved every single second of it. They really knocked it out of the park, and it was not just some cynical cash grab that I thought it was going to be. Films that should never get a sequel. The Big Lebowski, Let the Dude Lie and Abide. I feel like it's just too hard to capture what that spirit that made The Big Lebowski what it was. And without the Coens especially, not worth it. But, these characters, I feel like if you try to attempt to bring them back now, I feel like it would fall flat on its face. But, if they do try to do it again, it better be the Coen brothers doing it. And I'd still see it. Great in the theater, so outside it. And that's Peter Jackson's King Kong. I loved it in the theater. I thought it was one of the most amazing films I'd ever seen. And then when I tried watching it at home, over time, it kind of lost its luster. And now I'm like, it's fine. I might try to give it another watch, but it's been a long time since I watched it. But that one definitely lost a lot of its magic and mystique afterwards. And, I had some fun with it. It's an enjoyable movie along the way, but it just didn't capture the magic of that first time in a cinema watching it. And didn't have that many questions this time, but my last question is, action movie where any character can die at any moment? Predator. It's the whole entire point, isn't it? Oh, all these big, macho 80s action stars stood no chance against the Predator. And watching them all get murked, what an entertaining and crazy and horrifying ride that is. Absolutely love Predator. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, so I didn't have too many questions this time around, but had some fun ones. If you have any of your thoughts that you want to share on some of these questions, go right ahead and put them in the comments. And like I said, if you want to be involved in the next one, which I'm really going to try to get as many questions as possible, make that a really big one, a big fun episode. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy hearing my perspective on movies. And thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.